Good morning, good morning. Hey everybody. So, this is a morning coffee. In my intro, I put, sometimes I can be racist, with a question mark. I was watching CBS this morning, and they were doing an interview. Tony Coppola, I don't think that's how I say his last name, but the white anchor was in Connecticut interviewing white folks in regards to what the word racism or being a racist, or what the word racist means. And the reason why I put the question that sometimes I can be racist is because I think that the one about this interview is it would have been a different response maybe if it was a black reporter asking white folks what they thought of the word racist or what they thought racism was. But I think the scared question is asking black folks if they're racist, because since we are the victims of blatant racism, and not just black folks, let's say people of color from Caucasians, do we ever make the same kind of remarks or feelings or comments? We might not have the power that Caucasians have. We might not have all of the opportunities Caucasians have. But in our own pain, have we become, or have we said or felt some racist things that we don't want to admit to, or that we don't admit to because we're people of color and we don't have the power of racism? So I'll give you an example. I have a white friend. To me, what's the difference from me? And I put this in a video a few years ago. What's the difference from me saying I have a white friend than my white friend saying, oh, I have a black friend? And you always look at that person, that white person that says I have a black friend, like. But I've said the same thing. Like, I'm not in the company of white folks. I work with white folks, but rarely do I chill. I got a couple I chill with. But even saying that is like, I got a couple I chill with. Is that kind of? What about white people? Like, when the whole idea of when it's cold outside, or when it's hot outside, or when it's cold outside, white folks is wearing sandals and shorts. And I've made the comment several times, white folks don't get cold. Or I'll even give it to you guys even more close to home. Not even comments. I'm going to get to you, Richard, because I know you guys something. Black people can only be prejudiced. We don't have the power to be racist. But is being racist really the power? Because being racist, I believe, is what you feel, is what you've been taught, what you now believe, what's been, given to you or fed to you, and you've just ran with it. And I'll give you an example. Like, I don't think I'm racist. I don't even think I'm prejudiced. But in the 4 years that my middle son was in Binghamton University, it took him 2.5 semesters, almost 3 semesters, to tell me, his mother, who he knows loves and supports him, that he was in a white fraternity. Because he knew that I would spaz the fuck out. He knew that I would, obviously, if you're going to make that leap, go into a black fraternity. But at the end of the day, isn't the happiness of your child and the best fit for them what you want? But because I was on some more, you know what I'm saying? My son was in fucking college for 2.5 semesters, and I had no clue that he was in a white fraternity. Or even the fact that now he's dating a white girl. Or he dated a white girl 2 semesters ago. Now he's dating a white girl again. And he didn't even want to tell me about the first white girl he was dating, because he knew his mom wouldn't be down with it. And the funny thing is, he's been afraid to bring the white girls home, knowing that his mom is militant. But I've always expressed to all of these girls that he's brought home, not all of these girls, the 2 girls that he brought home, it was never a thing that I want my son to be with a black girl over a white girl, even though I do. It was always in my head a cultural thing. I don't want my son I don't want mixed races, a mixed race grandbaby. I don't want my son to have, or he's going to already have difficulties. I don't want him to have difficulties with the one, but all of that is like, my daughter had to say to me, don't you just want your son to be happy? So in me as a mom wanting my son to be happy, I'm still on some mode, but she better be black. You know what I'm saying? Rather than she better love you. So I say to you, yes, it's a preference. Yes, it's a view. But is there my own deep-rooted prejudice, racism that I have that I don't want to mix? And I think that that's some real shit. First, let me say hi to everybody. Hey, Johnny. Hi, Joyce. Which is really Fred. Hi, Rich. Hi, Juju. I know you got something to say. Hey, John Berry. Hey, Kimbella. Hey, David. Oh, what did David say? David says, I believe black people need to read more history on Africa. Well, I think we need to read as a whole, period. I think we're getting over reading, though. Hey, Allison. Hey, like I said, Juju. Hey, Rich. Hey, Tamanika. Hey, Emma. Hey, Kristen. So, hey. So, again, good morning, everyone. And then, just like I said, just other little comments that I have made, over the years that, again, may not be anything, or at least I thought it wasn't anything. But I think that comments still could hurt or play a part. And I feel like it's so funny when me and, what did Juju say? Hey, Juju. When me and one of my homeboys, my white friend, Michael Astor, we already mixed, right? I know. Me and Michael used to hang out because we used to take audio. We used to do some classes at Brick, right? And then we started, as producers, started working together. And I'm going to tell you, Michael would get annoyed with me because everything I would make a joke about, or everything I would say, and not everything, but at least like 80% would be on some white and black shit. Like, Michael Astor never brought up race. But me, I constantly brought up race. And the funny thing is, it annoyed the shit out of him. And it annoyed the shit out of him. Good morning. It annoyed the shit out of him because his friendship with me wasn't based on me being a black woman. His friendship was based on a commonality, a common quality of us both being parents, us both being producers, us both being activists. But I'm going to tell you, there was so many times that just when we was out that I would make sly white comments. Oh, he's on now. I woke him up. I woke him up and I wanted to bring, because I think I want to do, like, everybody's been asking me for like a new natural sessions. And I think that I don't want to do any new natural sessions, so much content. But I think I want to do a natural sessions with Michael. And I want to, or a podcast with Michael, so you can get both perspective from the white and the black point of view. Because we only hear from blacks. We only hear from whites. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear the dialogue between 2 friends that are black and white, not on the opposite time, not opposite side of shit. I don't, or one trying to prove their point and one trying to prove their point. I would love to have and see a conversation truly with 2 friends, black and white, and them discuss their differences, if any. So I don't know what's going on with Facebook. I have been trying to add people onto the camera so we can have the conversation right now in the live. For some reason, it keeps declining. Because Michael just requested to come on, Tony just requested to come on. So I would love to, but for whatever reason, I don't think that mechanism works on Facebook anymore, but they still provide it. So if you guys have something to say, just text it and I'll try my best to read it. So Tony says, not cultural. You don't trust this country and the bad things that may or may not happen to him from this. And that's true. Like, I don't trust this country. But then, isn't that even a bit racist? You know what I'm saying? Because this country founded on thievery. This country founded by Caucasians. But this country is an immigrant country. This country is all based and built on immigrants. There might be more immigrants than others, black folks, but at the end of the day, America is a melting pot of every single culture, race out there. So, yes, I have a threat about what is his future as a black man, but when it comes down to what he wants to share with me about his life, this should never be a hesitation. But what I'm saying to you is that there was a hesitation twice already in his young life, wanting to share a part of his life with his mother, who he knows got his back. But because I have my feelings, he was hesitant to share that part of his life with me. There's something wrong with that. And for anyone to think because I'm a black woman that I don't have something wrong with my own thinking. And the funny thing is, now that I'm talking, I think my racism is built on white folks' racism. I think that I feel the way I do based on the way that they fucking feel and the way that they act. You know what I'm saying? So now I have fallen into the stereotypes. I constantly make the joke about white people don't get cold. And I know there's white folks that get cold. You know what I'm saying? I make little side jokes that maybe aren't so funny to my Allisons, to my Michael Astors. They know being in relationships with me that I may not be racist, but some comments that I make may not be comfortable to them. But the funny thing is, because they're white and they're not racist, they can't say, "Cat, that made me feel uncomfortable." And I think I was looking at another text. I think, who said, somebody was like, I think I saw it on social media, where black folks don't get checked. Like, other black folks don't want to check other black folks when they do something wrong or to the left. And I really don't think that and I can admit this, my ignorance is not based on me wanting to be racist. Because I got love. I'm a Christian woman. And Jesus said, "How will you know my people?" And he said, "From the love that they show you." White, black, Chinese, don't matter. So as a Christian woman, I got love for everybody, or humankind, mankind. But I have made some comments. That should be a series of conversations. Hey, what's my new friend Jennifer? Jennifer says, actually not true. Hate is hate, okay? True indeed. I have watched people degrade color, religion, status, gender. My niece is so proud of them. They just see hearts, just like my parents taught me. Hopefully, a new generation... I'm sorry, I messed up. Hopefully, where you at, Jennifer? Hopefully, a new generation to wipe out the old thinking. I'm not proud. My grandfather was a racist. Ooh, my parents always told me don't listen to him. Focus on the person's heart and how they treat others. Sad parents don't teach their kids that. My dad was raised by my grandfather and he took a different route, thank God. But I get it. Men don't understand how I felt as a 20-year-old woman in the workforce. I was harassed so much that I still to this day get uncomfortable in the corporate world. Everyone has the power to be kind or not. That's just my humble opinion. And Kimberly said Facebook is hacked. Hey, good morning, Greg. What you got to say, Joyce? Which is really Fred. What you're saying is true, but could it possibly be because of each of your perspective and how you see each the world and country differently because of your different upbringing and experiences? What's up? What's up, Gay? What's up, 2Gs? What Richard say? Built on the annihilation of native people, then on lies like manifest destiny with religious condemnations. Amen to that. What you say to me, Tamanika? The division of races is a construct of white supremacy. Yes. Yes. And that's what I'm thinking. Like, is my racist comments based on the racist teachings that I've been taught by white folks? You know, but again, wherever the basis comes from, it's my responsibility to be mindful of what I say, how I act, and how I approach people. And yes, if I, embrace everyone, but again, when I'm out, have made comments that don't sit right with folks, should I not take some type of accountability, or should I be excused because of how I've been treated and what I've been taught? And I don't believe that. I think that, again, in order for all of this stuff to get corrected, we have to look at self-reflection and accountability. And as I was sitting here looking at this interview, I really was thinking about my own behavior. And like I said, I'm sure I could think of many other situations where I have said some shit that was to the left. But the two, like I said, pure examples is right here in my home, where my own son did not share a part of his life with me that was white because of how I felt about white folks. The division of races, all right. Racism is a divide and conquer strategy that was a tool of white supremacy to brainwash people of color of the world to believe that they were minor, not major. Hey, Cherish. We are one human race. Not everyone is ready for that conversation. I know. That's all children. That's how we learn from our children. They know that's something we know, but they don't take it to the extent of our experience. Thank you for this, because I'm experiencing this trauma in a nonprofit and I'm a part of it. Hate is hate. And the funny thing is, I don't want to cry because I'm not even speaking of hate. Which is true. I'm just speaking of the regular shit that we go through and we don't think nothing of it. Because again, like Richard said, and like so many other people, because we don't necessarily have power, we don't think that the shit that we, people of color, say or do is wrong. We feel like we have some almost like badge of honor that we could say some shit because of all the shit we've been through. And I want to apologize. I want to apologize to my white friends. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to tell you, like, and it's funny, like, even with my show, Natural Sessions, I never wanted to have white folks on my show. Because I felt like your story ain't my story. Fuck you. I said that. And I said that in the most loving Christian way. Natural Sessions wasn't for white folks. I said, fuck y'all. Y'all got enough television. Y'all got enough people telling y'all stories. My show ain't for y'all. But I'm going to tell you, when God lifted that, whatever that was on my heart, some of my most amazing shows was with white folks. From Robert to Gigi to Homeboy Photographer, like, because they've been insightful. And they've been insightful in the sense of, yes, we are all one people fighting in this world for love and acceptance, point blank, period. But yes, because of the powers that be, the powers have even manipulated us into thinking that we are excusable in our racist comments that we make about other folks. We cannot move forward if we are stuck this way. Richard's reply to Jennifer was, black people have fear of others. Understandably so. It's embedded by the reality of our lives. Look at something simple as Looney Tunes cartoons. Tell it, which are racist. Hello. Sorry, guys. Wait, hold on. Sorry, guys. Damn it, I'm trying to get the rest of Richard's. Okay. Simple as Looney Tunes cartoons, which are racist as well. And we didn't realize that subliminal racist shit that was happening when we was watching it. Taught from day one. Michael said no need to apologize. But Michael, can you please like share with them how annoyed you would get when we first started hanging out? Because I remember Michael said to me, yo, Kat, everything don't got to be black and white. Like, you don't have to keep making white comments. Yo, Michael would say that shit to me. And I'd be like, what you mean? Everything is black and white. You know what I'm saying? And no, everything ain't black. And it's funny because another, not racist, but I don't date white people. And that's a preference, but is it really? You know what I'm saying? I feel it's a preference, but, you know, I think Brad Pitt is hot. Brad Pitt, I can't even say his name. Brad Pitt is hot. I think there's some cute white folks out there. You know what I'm saying? But I would never date a white man. And the thing is, I tried to go out on a date with a white man. I think I've tried to go on a date with 2 white men. But even the fact that I had to think about that shit. I meet black men, Spanish men, let's get it popping. I meet a white man, I gotta be like... And it's crazy because black men probably have done worse shit to black women. But when I see a white man, the first thing I think that white man is trying to get with me because he's trying to fuck up my brothers. That's what and that's even something to that. I don't date white men because I feel like if I date a white man, he's trying to one up my black brother. That's some crazy shit. Because I don't even think the white man is thinking about my brother. I really do. Some of them do, though. And even saying that, because I do think that white folks got an agenda. And even saying that, that's not cool. But I believe that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if that's accurate. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to block my potential love with a white man because I think that he trying to get up on my black brothers. There's not something a little racist about that. Because I can easily just say I'm not attracted to white folks. I can say that I'm not comfortable with the white hand on the black hand. And yeah, that's true. But the core, I don't trust them. And I think that's kind of racist. And the crazy thing is, I don't really have no reason not to trust white folks. I haven't had white folks do anything to me personally in my 46 years. Not directly, systematically, yes. But directly, I ain't had no problem. If I've had any problems, it's been with my own. If I have. So for me to have never had a problem with white folks that I can remember, at the end of the day, my preference is not to hang out with them. So what that shit about? Okay. Trevor says, this is bringing me to tears because I struggle so hard with this. The ed of the org I am is told me I don't care about white people, and that hurt my heart because so many of our young students, wow. Okay, everyone just read Cherish's post. But it's crazy. I wanted to punch her because she was hurting people. After 44 years, she and all like her need education, or else I end up traumatized and not trusting white folks. Yeah, wow. You know, and I think that there's something to that. You know, and I don't think none of us wants that. You know, I don't even think none of us really thinks about that from day to day. Like, my day is not spent thinking about white folks. It's really not. And I don't think white folks spend their day thinking about black folks. I don't think we wake up and focus on our life and our destiny or what another race or culture is going to do. But I know, and in my heart, I know in my heart, as much as I believe and feel that I am a loving person, that I need to start checking myself. I need to be more mindful about the words I speak. Because just because people laugh around me at my comment or at my joke doesn't mean it's funny. And what is funny is that everyone who knows me knows that I'm not a racist or prejudiced. But if you ask my kids, if you ask my children, for real, I got 3 children, 3 kids. I don't know why we call them kids because that's cows. But Isaiah is 24, about to be 25. Eric is 22. Isha Rose is 16. And each one of them who loves their mother, each one of them have called me a racist. And I don't believe I am. But if the people I'm teaching in my own household who love me unconditionally have any part of them that at any moment have felt that their mother was racist, there's something wrong with that. All right, guys. One last comment I'm going to read. My brother Tony. That's normal, but it's not good. How can we love each other when we hate ourselves? Amen. Amen. And that's the thing. I don't hate myself, which is why I can love everyone. But saying that, to me, that's the oxymoron. That's almost a little bit hypocritical. Because again, for me to be like, I love everyone, let's just go back to the comment that I would never date a white man. Thank you for this unexpected therapy session. Amen. Well, I'm glad you was there, and I'm glad that there was some type of release, because what this was for me was an honest atonement of correcting my thinking, because it goes against what I preach, it goes against how I live, it goes against what I thought I believe. So if it goes against those principles, then the change ultimately is not how white folks treat me. It's, listen for this, it's how I treat them. The bitch with no power. Because I could be a mean bitch when it come to white folks. For what? They ain't do shit to me. All right. Hate is hate. Hate with no power. The minority plight. This one instance I can point to where experience reverse racism is when... What the hell, Richard? Okay. Everybody gonna have to read Richard's comment. I wanted to read everybody's because I like to be engaged, but woo, you guys are out here writing fucking paragraphs. So anyway, that was it. Yeah, so but thank you for the feedback, because I think the feedback, opens again the conversation that another conversation that has to be had. We're all at the stages of conversations, and if y'all know me and follow me, I'm over conversations. I don't do conversations. I do solutions. I do tools to move forward so we can be better, so I can be better. So I don't get on social media so we could just have the conversation and be in circles. So my action plan, my tools to move forward is 1, accountability, 2, acknowledgement. So I am acknowledging today that I have been racist in my life. And in order for me to stop that, because love is love and equality is equality for the humankind. Even for white folks. See? I got my shit with me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to work on that. And that have I don't even know what today is. Thursday? Is it Thursday? I don't know. But happy whatever day this is. I thank the Creator. We are all here one more day. And the fight is real, y'all. But the fight is really this fight. The fight is with ourselves. And when we get us right individually, then we could truly make a change out there. Because the change out there is only the product of what's not being done in here or what is being done in here. On that note, it's your girl Kat from the KittyRose Lifestyle. For my new people that I've been put on to, my new followers or friends or fans, welcome to the KittyRose Lifestyle, baby. This is what you're going to get. All right. Oh, for all those other new people as well, check out Natural Sessions. As a matter of fact, I'm going to post my white episodes of Natural Session because they all had something very poignant to say about actually what's even going on right now. So I'm going to post those 3 videos. Check them out. They're only a half an hour, but you won't even notice because the conversations are so engaging, informative, and heartfelt. All right, guys, I love you all. The revolution has begun. It's your girl, Kat. 1.